What's going on, everybody? DigiDestin here, back again with another pickup video for you. This one's very short. It seems like the pattern nowadays. I'm not finding as much things just because I don't have as much time to go out and thrift or go to garage sales or even find things on OfferUp. And on top of that, I'm not looking for a whole lot of things to add to my collection. You know, a lot of the stuff that I pick up nowadays is for trade or for sale. And it's very rare that I come across something that I actually really need in my collection. But today's pickup video is that exception. You know, everything that I have in this video this time around is what I'm going to be adding to my collection, which is great. So the first thing I want to show you is something from Half Price Books. It is a guide. Big fan of guides. This one's a Mario Party 2 one, official strategy guide from Brady Games. We got this from Half Price Books for $6.49, and I'm really surprised because I've actually never seen a Mario Party guide before. I'm sure other people have, but this one's very cool. It has a bunch of the mini games in here. You got like hot rope jump, sneak and snore, and of course it's got the poster in the back, which is very cool. And this is from Mario Party 2, which is arguably one of my favorite Mario Parties. It's this one and Mario Party 4 and 5, I believe, which are my favorites. So it's pretty cool to find a guide for the N64 Mario Parties. Maybe I'll keep an eye out for Mario Party 1 and 3 as well. But yeah, very cool guide pickup from Half Price Books. Alright, and the next pickup is actually the last pickup of this video. This is a Super Nintendo game. This is Biker Mice from Mars by Konami, and this is kind of an isometric racer, very similar to Rock and Roll Racing from Interplay. Very cool. I got this for 20 bucks, as you can see there. We'll look at the back. Also got 20 bucks. So the story behind this pickup is I was actually in Ocean Shores, Washington with my family. We're just on a short weekend trip, and it's not a very small town if you haven't been there, but it's a very small ocean city. And we drove in. It's basically one strip, and there's a lot of little gift stores, and like any gift store that you find by the beach, you know, a windy beach, like kites, seashells, you know, little trinkets here and there, little sea animal plushies, that sort of stuff. But there's a lot of those gift stores just around the area, and we didn't know where we wanted to stop, where we wanted to explore. And so I finally was driving and stopped at this one plaza, just chose a plaza, drove in, and there was a store there that just had a sign that said toys, just toys. And as a toy collector, I was like, I'm kind of interested what kind of toys they have. They might have some of the more touristy stuff, like I was mentioning earlier, or they actually might have legitimate action figures or actual toys. But lo and behold, I walk into this store, and not only does it have toys, it has video games. It has retro video games. It has modern video games like PS3, Xbox, or not PS3, PS4, Xbox One. It has N64s. It has DS games, and a wall of NES cartridges, SNES cartridges, N64, GameCube, and so on and so forth. So it was a huge surprise. And the crazy thing is, this was the first store that we walked into in Ocean Shores, which is crazy. So we walked in, and to my surprise, I saw all these retro games, and all the cartridge-based games were actually either in the display case or behind the counter. And so you had to ask for help, which wasn't a big deal because it wasn't very busy in there. But first thing I saw was this game, Biker Mice from Mars. Kind of an uncommon title. Never owned it before. You know, there's a lot of games that I have in my collection that I've owned multiple times just because I'll buy them, sell them, until I finally find a copy that I want to keep. But I've never owned a copy of this, and I asked the price, picked it up, gave it to me. It was 20 bucks, which is actually very good. I believe right now, when I'm making this video, it's about a $40 game. So it was very nice. 20 bucks. I was like, yeah, I'll take it. They had other great games like Super Mario RPG. They had a couple copies of Chrono Trigger. They had Shatterhand. They had I don't know, just a bunch of staple titles. Donkey Kong Country, multiple copies of that. and other rare titles. I don't. Oh yeah, Double Dragon Battletoads for NES. You know, that was a harder to find one. They had that one priced for 80 bucks. Everything in that store was priced fairly reasonably according to fair market value, but this was the only one that I saw that was really underneath fair market value and that I had to pick up. So that's my story behind this pickup. It's very cool. I haven't played it yet, but a very cool pickup, very cool story. And what's great is because I haven't been to Ocean Shores in about 14 years. And it's so nice to be able to go into that city where I used to spend a lot of my childhood in terms of going on like weekend vacations, weekend camping trips. And now I go back 14 years later when I'm collecting all this stuff and kind of reliving my childhood. I walk into that store and I got a Super Nintendo game. So it was kind of like a nostalgic time travel, which was pretty awesome. But yeah, that was my story behind this pickup and that Mario Party 2 guide. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please check out some of my other videos. I have other tips and tricks, gameplays, as well as streams. And with that being said, we'll see you guys on the next one.